everyone, my name is Sieuming.
And hi, I'm Subha, and we're the co-founders of the Safe Aesthetic Practitioner,
Better known as SafeAP. I had the idea for SafeAP probably over a year before it actually came up to something, isn't it? Because I was already doing like aesthetic treatments and stuff, and I always was frustrated by the fact that, you know, you've got so much paperwork and then you have to manually take all the bookings and then you have to take the payments and everything is just so disjointed. And I always thought I wish there was something that brings it all together in one platform to make life easier for someone like myself.
Yeah.
We talked about how really how this idea can really come into fruition. Yeah. And so the way I envision it was we will have a platform that connects people who are interested in non-surgical aesthetic treatments to qualified healthcare practitioners, so doctors, dentists, and nurses. And in this platform, the practitioners would also be provided with a clinic software. Mm-hmm. And then you came up with the idea of how you really envision it from a patient point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the client app, we've got a treatment journey which shows you what procedures you've had in the past, what procedures are upcoming, and you can actually plan not only your time, but also kind of like your budget on how much you want to spend on the treatment.
Yeah. So there's a two-step verification process to join our app as a practitioner. So the first stage, we look at all the personal ID documentations, training certificates, DBS clearance, insurance, and we take all those into account. And then the second stage is where the practitioners then select the treatments that they'll be providing on our platform. And what we do in our second stage of our verification process is to cross-check that these treatments that the practitioners say that they're providing actually correlates to the training that they have received.
Yeah. So I think that was one thing that when I started in this industry that I was actually shocked, and you were the one that told me about it, that there were no clear regulations. What exactly were they?
Because basically, even until now, there is no clear regulations of who can provide these non-surgical aesthetic treatments. Mm-hmm. For example, derma fillers. Derma fillers, because they're deemed as a medical device rather than a medicine itself. So the regulation for that is very different from, say, buying a medicine. For example, like botulinum toxin, or better known as Botox. So what that means is that you can easily buy a derma filler product from Amazon.
Yeah.
For example, if you wanted to order some products, then you could order it yourself.
Yeah.
And even inject it yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by like there is no clear regulations. Like it's literally that easy to buy. So what that also means is that people are providing these treatments anywhere and everywhere. There are even, you know, reports of people providing these treatments, you know, at the back of their car. You know, it's literally that unregulated.
So I guess that's where we started and why we actually wanted to develop a platform so that people can search, book, and pay for practitioners that are qualified and that are verified, and mostly healthcare professionals, because we believe that this industry is so underrepresented.
I would say that the main reason is because some people view it as like a beauty industry. That's why beauticians can provide these treatments. But at the end of the day, these are actually proper like healthcare treatment. The other part of the regulation is that because there is no set training pathway in non-surgical aesthetics, what we have that is becoming a little bit more popular is the level 7 training course, which is equivalent to a postgraduate diploma in the topic itself. And I think there are only a set number of training academies that are providing this course to practitioners, and it's because this course is only provided to healthcare professionals as well. So it sort of still limits the people who will be qualified at the end of the day. And I know in a few years' time, they're pushing for these treatments to be only provided by healthcare professionals. Obviously, it has the booking service where when a client books on the app, you're able to accept the bookings, reschedule the booking if you have to, or cancel the booking. And the other big thing that I really wanted was to have a documentation tool on the app itself. So we've actually come a long way in terms of our documentation tool, isn't it? Because initially it was very much quite simple. You know, you make some notes on a photo itself. You can mark out the areas that you have treated and you can make small notes. But now we can actually do a lot more editing. You can draw on it, you know, you can write like short notes if it's one of the regular treatments and there's not much to document on the photo itself. And so you can compare before and after photos quite easily. So that part is all streamlined now. And the other thing is to provide your clients with e-consultations. So I think sometimes you don't always see patients for a follow-up, but it's quite nice if the patients are able to send you, say, a follow-up photo so that you can keep an eye on things. And even if they have a question the next day or like a few days later after their treatment, they can easily send you a photo and you're able to either, you know, reassure them or bring them back in to review them. So I think that's really nice. And another thing that I remember very distinctly was that my phone used to be just full of patient photos after I had a clinic, because it all just becomes photos with my personal photos, and that's one of the things that I didn't really like.
Yeah.
So what the app does is it's quite nice, it separates it so that the photos can just be logged on the app itself and not all in your own personal photo album, which is quite nice.
Peace.